Marvsu back in the flesh. Now, if you've been on the internet in the last few days, your meme page, if you're into memes, has probably been overrun by someone they are calling the last goon. And if you don't know who the last goon is, it is a man named Nautica, I believe. And the story is crazy. Some dude pulled up to Bikini Barista, I believe. I don't have that here in Canada, but some dude pulled up to the drive-thru in a Hellcat. So with his pants pulled down, no pants, full on Johnson out, slinking around, and I assume he did this to get off because the girls are supposed to be in bikinis, I believe. And I don't believe this is the first time he's done this because the girl seemed ready for him. This is probably a Batman and Joker situation and probably has been going on for a while, but do not quote me on that. So she approaches him and then she says, "Sir, this is unacceptable. You need to leave." But she doesn't say it in like the funny meme way, like, "You need to leave." She just says, "You need to leave." And then he goes from like doing this into like looking totally mortified, like he didn't do anything like insane right there. So he zooms off in his kitchen car, and then that's it. It's funny. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he did that. And then in the same day, later in the evening, news comes out of his suicide, which is crazy. That is a crazy thing to commit suicide over in the first place, but in the same day is also crazy. And I feel like the amount of memes coming out about Nautica, even after his death, I don't even know how to really feel about it. Because, like, I have a funny bone, and, like, I think it's kind of funny, but at the same time, like, it's really not funny. Like, this dude just lost everything. He had a wife and a child who are now without their husband and father, which is extremely sad. It's crazy. It's a crazy thing to have happen. But the memes are they're just never ending. He's just everywhere on my Instagram Reels, but Instagram Reels is full of like insane stuff that shouldn't be on the internet anyways. So I don't know why I'm surprised, but it is insane that I don't even know how to talk about it. There was a funeral for the gooner. Now, I don't even think, I think someone just called him a gooner out of like it being like a funny brain rot word. But if you look up gooner and like you know the definition, it is here. This is on Urban Dictionary. The exact definition is one who is completely and miserably addicted to porn but embraces and loves it. And then there's that one. That one is the most popular, so we're going to go with that as the definition. I believe he did this because of porn. He probably had some sick like public kink or something crazy, but that he isn't gooning. And that's only the term for gooner. If you look up gooning, I believe, yeah, you get like an entire paragraph with 15,000 likes, 16, and I'm going to read it out for you now. Gooning may be most simply defined as the state usually achieved after a prolonged edging session, when a man becomes completely hypnotized by the feeling radiating his penis. Since a gooning state can only be achieved after edging, the man's dick will have become mightily aroused. At this point, and every caress the male genitals are subjected to will trigger potent elation. As the man keeps edging and thus keeps experiencing intense pleasure, he enters a state of trance where his mind intimately merges with his cock. Now, I've told my friends about this. I've read this one before, and me and my friends have been to, like, what the fuck does this even mean when your mind enters your cock, when you enter into a state of chance or a state of trance? This is something that Aang couldn't achieve with the fucking help of a guru. So, and there's still so much more. This is after his mind merges with his cock. The gooning state where he and his dick become one. To be even more accurate, when the gooning state is achieved, the man's body becomes, for all intents and purposes, an appendage to his erection. When this state is achieved, the male becomes freed of all social code of conduct, and his arousal alone dictates his reactions. As a result, a gooned out man will become very expressive and demonstrative. He may become very vocal, while his body and face might take an undignified expression and poses, all in response to the intensely exquisite caresses his penis is exposed to. Hence the term goon, since at this point the man effectively looks like a silly, foolish, or eccentric person. Okay, that's the end of the second paragraph, and now we have one more little bit. Gooning is not a narcissistic manifestation. Narcissism is extreme selfishness with a grandiose view of one's own talents. Rather, gooning is closer to a meditation experience where the mind and the body align, focused on a single thought or feeling in this case. And then the silly example is, I spent 10 hours gooning over the weekend. So that is a lot of information to take in about something so fucking stupid. So honestly, after reading that, I might have been wrong. If it takes over your expressions and your mind, your whole body, maybe he was gooning in his house, and then after 10 hours of strokes, he finally entered his trance state. He entered the flow state from Blue Lock, and then he got into his Hellcat and he said, I'm gonna go to Bikini Barista. And then he became the final goon. He became, I'm becoming what I've sworn to destroy. Nautica became the final goon at Bikini Barista. A bunch of people, this part is where I think it's going too far. A bunch of people had to get together at the Bikini Barista. They held a funeral there, like a bunch of like teenagers on their phones recording, of course, for social media. They all recorded a funeral yelling, when I say his name, when I yell say his name, say Nautica. And then they're chanting his name outside of this place. They had like a piece of paper with his face on it. They had like a bunch of paragraphs, probably like some prayers or like messages, whatever. And then I'm pretty sure one of them poured out a bottle of lotion instead of water or alcohol. This shit is getting out of hand. Nautica did not die to be like relentlessly memed on the internet. You'd think after he died it would, like, okay, this is serious, we don't joke about this anymore, but no. He has become someone greater than himself. He has been immortalized in meme culture. He will be known as the last goon, which is, for better or for worse, that is what's happened with Nautica. And I think it's sad, but you can't really control what becomes a meme and not anymore. So, rest in peace to Nautica, the last goon. And for your own sake, whatever you do if you're watching this, do not become a gooner. Do not goon. Do not look at porn. Do not do none of that. Gooning is the devil. Okay, have a good day.